Welcome to Frosting Your Gravy, everyone. Today I'm inviting you guys to join me for a recipe for a homemade jam. Let's visit the apples here. I would like to take a moment to appreciate these apples I cut into what we call rose petals. Look at that clear, see-through apple slice. Just, I don't know, guys. Am I the only one that gets like this excited over beautiful things in food? I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who are also not only foodies for the taste, but also foodies who appreciate the aesthetics of certain foods. And this apple slice, it's like, look how, like, just how crystal clear this is, almost like translucent. Do you see the translucent apple slice, like a rose petal? Once again, I will show you a technique how to achieve this beautiful jam. Oh, guys, this is like pure honey. I already made myself a cup of tea and I just absolutely cannot wait to enjoy having a little teaspoon of this jam and then sip it down with some delicious lavender tea that my man bought for me. Look again, just trying to show you the translucent apple. Looks like a rose petal, and they're holding their shapes. They're not cooked into mush, you see. And it's not like overly firm to where it like crunches like a caramel. Absolutely not. As you can see, look, it is soft and pliable. Look, see, easily like folds and turns, but at the same time clear and just beautiful. Very, very, very pretty. And I'm inviting you guys to enjoy this recipe, and also I do hope that you go into your kitchens and make this jam. As you will see, it's not super difficult. It doesn't require any like super fancy ingredients. You just got to know the technique and follow it, and you will have this rose petal looking jam, honey like, beautiful, translucent, gorgeous, delicious. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give me thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to Frosting Your Gravy for more recipes like this. And leave me a comment if you did make this jam, how yours came out, and what did your loved ones say? Did you guys enjoy it? Caramelized, cinnamony, heavenly smelling. I think, guys, if you've never made it, and it's possible, because if you didn't grow up in the old Soviet Union and it wasn't a custom in your family to make jams every year when apples were in season, then it's possible that you don't know this recipe. So it'll be cool to surprise your family with an apple jam like this if you have access to apples that are in season. First thing is to wash thoroughly all of the fruit. And we need to prepare a baking soda water bath for our fruit. So for each quart of water, we will dissolve 1 teaspoon of regular baking soda. Stir to dissolve, and our water bath is ready. And what this will do is soak into our fruit, and this will prevent our fruit from falling apart completely when we boil the fruit to make our jam. It'll actually, the soda will help retain that firmness in the fruit. And we're not going to cook in it. This is just a soak for about minimum 40 minutes. And here's my pears all cut up into matchsticks. Kind of looks like French fries, doesn't it? And the apples I'm cutting into thin slices. I am removing the core and making thin petals like these, and they will also be placed in a bowl with baking soda water for 30-40 minutes. Drain all of the fruit from the soda water and weigh on the scales. Once you know the weight of your fruit without the water, multiply that number by 0.8, and that number will give you the weight of sugar. And then pour the sugar over the pot where you will be cooking your jam. Place the fruit in it and then put the sugar over it and allow it for it to sit for 3 hours. Create syrup. After a few hours, we'll give off juice that's mixed with sugar, so it's syrup. And it's time to put it on the stove and wait for it to boil. And from the point of boiling, we will boil it on high heat for 5 minutes and we will turn it off. And throughout the 5 minutes that it's boiling, we should very, very, very gently stir it occasionally so the sugar evenly gets distributed throughout. There, the sugar has melted. I started it off on low heat under the lid so that the top layer of the sugar would melt. I very, very, very gently moved it around like that to allow for the sugars to sink in. And now that the sugar has melted, I'm going to increase heat to high. And once I see, there we go, rolling boil, I need it to actively boil. I'll start a timer for exactly 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'll turn it off and I will leave it alone for 5 hours. This is active boiling. And our jam has cooled off. This is what the apple one looks like. It's already becoming translucent. And it's time to start the burner again on high. And we will repeat the same thing. Once it comes to a boil, on a hot rolling boil, we will allow it to boil on high heat for 5 minutes and turn it off. And it's also time to add some flavors to our jam. Into the apples, my apples are sweet, not so sour, so I'm just going to add some lemon juice and cinnamon. That's what goes good with apples. No surprise to anyone, right? Just drowning it as everything is coming to a boil again and making it mix up with the cinnamon that I just sprinkled over. And the second boiling here is done. I'm turning it off. And after the second boiling, the apples have cooled down, and I just want to show you what you're gonna start seeing is your apples turning beautifully translucent. Look at that. See? So pretty, so nice. And they're perfectly holding their shapes, as you see, not turning into mush due to the baking soda soak that we did earlier. Look, as thin as this is, it's like a little rose petal. Do you see how beautifully caramelized it is and not mush mush? It's absolutely gorgeous, smells amazing, and I am about to do the third and final boiling. Have your jars sterilized and ready to go. Keep in mind, guys, that this final boiling may take longer than 5 minutes. Once again, stir super gently not to break the structure. You may have more of this syrup than me or less than this syrup. And basically we're going to boil this on high between 5 minutes to 10 minutes until this syrup thickens up. Take a look. This is how much my syrup has reduced. This is done. The syrup has thickened really well. And our pieces are still holding shape. Look at that. Look at that beautiful petal. Like a rose petal, but it's apples. Look at that beautiful translucent piece. When the syrup has thickened, we are done and it's time to jar it up. Gonna place them in my sterile jars.